88 Rising. Let's jump into some music here. So this is a media collective, a musical group that's like
It's an
promoting
indie
these,
label, really.
right? And basically, what their main focus is to sign and produce and promote musicians or of Asian descent. Is my understanding
Yeah,
of the
they're not all Asian on the label, but yeah, I mean, Rich Brian, obviously the most
Mhm.
famous, as well as Higher Brothers, Keith Ape, Joji. Yeah. So Asian
it's
artists is their focus for sure.
and this is the first album as a collective,
Right.
which I wasn't even really on my radar until it popped up. And I didn't hate this album. I actually will say it was enjoyable at parts. I thought it was a little uneven, but it was kind of obvious
Hmm.
that this is a collective album, that there's a lot of people making
Yeah.
different sounds, and it's almost kind of like a compilation album in a way of just like
Yeah.
songs of a year. Uh, what was your just initial reaction listening to it, and then why don't you pick out a couple of the songs that stood out to you?
Yeah. So I think what stood out to me most was how like Rich Brian is very like on the periphery for most of the album. Like he has that solo song on there, and he's got a few, he's on a few group songs, but overall he's not
Yeah.
like dominating the record,
Hmm.
which I think is smart. That's like when Cruel Summer came out, Kanye was in a lot, but he was
Hmm.
far from like the dominating force on the record. And I think my biggest winners were Higher Brothers and Joji personally, which are probably the two most famous acts after Rich Brian on the group. But just because I thought Higher Brothers, they showcased a lot on this. They have, I think, two EPs, one of which was in Chinese, and they've kind of given us little tastes, and they're really funny. They have some really cool videos already. But this when I listened to this, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in on Higher Brothers now. And Joji, as just like a singer, you know, like you said, you spoke to the unevenness of it. Joji's very unique and different than really everyone else, So
Yeah.
like naturally, it's gonna feel like a compilation more than anything. But I
Hmm.
thought Joji had some great moments, like Peach Jam.
Yeah.
So
Peach Jam was
yeah,
great.
I was pleasantly surprised for sure.
One of the things I actually noticed on this was like a lot of borrowing of sounds. I guess I'll
Hmm.
put that in air quotes. Like the beginning of, let me see, I wrote it down here. Um, yeah, the beginning of Plans is literally the beginning of Dance Yourself Clean by LCD Sound System. The drumming throughout is the exact same. I was like, huh,
Hmm.
it caught my ear because I was like, is this about to be like a sample of it? But they actually, I think, just ripped it.
Interesting. I'm sure it's credited on the liner
Yeah,
notes.
I didn't check it out. The other one, Midsummer Madness.
Hmm.
The at one point, like the groove into the chorus sounds just like 1,000 years by like Vanessa Carlson. And I was laughing because I literally started singing 1,000 years in my head listening to it. But I liked both of those
Right.
songs. I thought
Right.
they were great. Um, a song I absolutely hated on this though was War Paint. Man, that was like one of my least favorite songs of the year. I think.
Yeah,
Not
Nikki is
not a
not
fan
one
of
of my
Nikki.
favorites on the artist on the label. So yeah, I agree. Wasn't a fan of that one.
Yeah, but I think the other one that stood out was Loverboy 88. I really liked.
Yeah, I think Loverboy 88 and then Nothing Wrong really show you how like I don't know, talented, versatile Higher Brothers could be, because like
Yeah.
those are fucking crossover hits, crossover songs already. And
Mhm.
like they came up as this rap trio that kind of does like a mimicry of American trap.
Mhm.
And now they're making crossover hits like Nothing Wrong. Like they got a sung chorus on that. I think that song fucking bangs. And I did not expect them to already go outside their comfort zone this fast.
Mhm.
So that was my big takeaway.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely some really great moments on the album, and I think there's a lot here to like. I recommend it to anybody that's into pop, into rap. I think you can find something for everybody here, and find some new artists to be diving into. So definitely check that out. Any last thoughts on 88 Rising?
Shout out Goldlink, featured on Nothing
Yeah,
Wrong. He's on a great feature run post Crew. Good for him.